All right, market wrap up. Market wrap up. Yeah. First, let me say one thing. Seriously, though, I don't concern myself with day to day fluctuations in the market. For that matter, I don't even concern myself with week to week fluctuations, sometimes not even month to month fluctuations. There's one thing I focus on and one thing only, and that is execution of my game plan. That is keeping the proper mental game at all times. Okay, employing the proper mental game at all times, understanding the big picture through the perspective of MMT, looking at the right information, and understanding what that information is telling me. I am focused on that all the time. The squiggles in the market, every day, what happens? I do not pay attention to that. Okay, I do not look at fluctuations in my account. At the end of the day, or at the end, it's always leading to one thing, and that is a profit. I am undefeated in this regard. All right, every single recommendation or trade out of MMT Trader, and really before that, I've been doing this a long, long time, which is something I'll talk about right now. But I am undefeated, undefeated. All profits, zero losses. Okay, and that's a fact. Now, and that's because I focus on execution and constantly implementing the right mental game. The market's going to jump around. It's always going to jump around. We see the zombies. We see the mousy boys. We see the cockroaches. We see the stop losers. We see the what ifs. They're jumping one way today. They're jumping another way tomorrow. One day they're saying, this thing's bad. If Trump gets elected, the next day it's wonderful, it's fantastic, it's unbelievable. So you see the irrationality. I don't pay attention to that. That's noise to me. When I put on a position, and let me say this, yes, I always I endeavor to buy at exactly the right time and sell at exactly the right time. But I also understand that that is an impossibility to do that consistently. But it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. And the reason is because I know that I have the skills and the experience that no matter what situation I am in, I could manage that out to a profit. Okay, and that is the ultimate confidence that you can possibly have. I talk a lot about the Navy SEALs and the training they go through at the end when those guys graduate, the ones who do, right? Because maybe 95% of them don't make it. Same thing here with the market, and I've said this to you many, many times. Most of you are not going to make it because it is the emotional stress. But the ones who make it, they can operate in any market environment under any condition and end up with a profit in the end. Any market environment, any condition. It's not for them, oh, yippee, I guessed it right. For everybody else, I will say this unequivocally, for everybody else, it is a guessing game. If you make money and you come on here and you cheer about how you made money because you called something right, that is a guessing game. You do not have supreme confidence to operate in the market under any condition and make money. I do. Most of you don't. But the ones who get it, the ones who understand that, the ones who know what to focus on and what is important and how to train their minds, they will have the ultimate confidence to operate under any condition. And so we give up this kind of fantasy of trying to be exactly right every single time in terms of where we buy and where we sell. That's a fantasy, and it's not even a goal. It doesn't matter. I told you, my Forex class, I used to invite people, students, to just give me any trade on the spur of the moment, unplanned, that I had no idea what they were going to give me. And I'm able to work out of that with a profit, no matter what. I said, even try to think of the worst trade you could possibly give me. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I control my outcome, not the market. For most of you, it's the market that controls your outcome and your skill at guessing or how lucky you are. And then you think you have abilities and you think you have, you're smart, but you're not. You're not. You're just lucky sometimes, but you lose. In the end, you all lose. All right, I don't. Anyway, I focus on the flows, as you know, and I will say this. The flow. There has been zero fiscal. Let me say it this way. there has been zero spending growth since the beginning of this fiscal year, which started October 1st. I look at the flows every single day. Now, last year was a different story, a very different story. And when I say last year, I'm talking about fiscal year. So, it includes most of this year, 2016. Last year, we had decent fiscal flows, up about anywhere from 2.5% to 3% year over year. We were on track. We did the second highest spending of all time. 2016 ended as. But don't forget, here's the important thing, at least when it comes to the stock market, for the entire year up until the night of the election or the day after the election, everybody was negative and pessimistic and bear. Not me, not me on this channel or in my writings or anywhere or these videos. I told you to buy. Now everybody's super bullish, but the flows, there is zero spending growth. Zero. As a matter of fact, it's even slightly negative year over year. Okay, we'll call it zero because it's kind of, flipping up and down just below the zero line. Zero spending growth. So you have a market that is much, much higher than it was last year. You have a lot of bullish sentiment right now, but the flows are just not there. I've used the analogy before of a pump filling up a swimming pool with water and the flow of water coming out of that pump. That's an important thing to look at. If the flows are coming out faster than the leaks in the pool, what happens? The water goes up. The economy expands. That's what we had all last year. If the flows are not coming out faster than the leaks, I'm not sure that's the case now, but in any case, it could be like the flow right now could be equal to the leaks. Economy goes nowhere. All right, but everybody's all rah, fantastic. Hey, Trump, yeah. Look, I love Trump. I hope he follows through on the things he said he's going to do. But the night of the election, they sold the market down 800 points because Trump. Now all of a sudden, it's Trump and we're making new records. Doesn't work that way. Does not work that way. So anyway, I do not concern myself with fluctuations. I execute my game plan, I understand the macro picture, and I operate with supreme confidence. No matter what situation I am in, I can turn that into a profit. And that's what your goal should be. That's what you should strive for. And you can achieve that. You can achieve that. You just have to train yourself to make that happen. And it will happen. And for those of you who think it's all about drawing a line on a chart or a moving average or seeing how something looks and making a bet on that, that is guessing, okay? That is guessing. You do not have supreme confidence. You cannot operate in any situation. And I can prove it because I'll take any one of you and I'll do that same exercise that I, asked my students to give me. I'll throw any unplanned trade at you and you're going to lose. 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose. One time, maybe you'll make a profit because you get lucky, but you're going to lose. Not me. Doesn't happen with me. I make a profit every single time. I'm not saying it's easy because that's the mental process. Again, that's the hard part. That is the hard part. But it is absolutely 100% doable for anybody who wants it. And again, you got to know what you want. That's the thing. You got to know what you want. We all come into this game, all of you come into this game thinking you want money. But really, a lot of you don't want money. You want something else. It could be action. It could be excitement. It could be losses. You might want to punish yourself. You might be a person who is seeking, self-punishment. I've gone all through this, the psychological, underlying psychology of it. You might deem yourself not worthy. You just might have these kind of inner feelings that you deep down inside hate yourself. Okay, a lot of you might hate yourselves, and you come into this thinking, hey, I want money, but you don't get it, and you wonder, why am I not getting it? Because you really don't want the money. You want the punishment. There are people like that out there. There are. All right? Anyway, that's it for now. I focus on execution. I focus on my game plan. I focus on my mental game. Everything is great. Everything is wonderful. Positivity, people. Keep a positive outlook at all times. Don't beat yourself up. Positive outlook. And for those of you saying, hey, I guessed it right, you're guessers. Guessers. All right, it's a difference. There's a difference between guessers and people who operate with supreme confidence. I am a Navy SEAL. I am a Navy SEAL. In the markets, I'm a Navy SEAL. Okay, bye-bye.